Back with another weekly fragrance rotation video. This one's a little bit late. We've been very busy this week. A lot of it has to do with the new launch of our new company, FragranceMatch.co. Between that and trying to get these videos out, running my other website, I've been busy. But nonetheless, a couple days late, we're back with another weekly fragrance rotation video. So before I get into my rotation, I want to hear from you guys first. Let me know down in the comments which fragrances you've been wearing the most throughout this past week. It's one of my favorite parts about doing these videos is getting your feedback and hearing what you've been wearing. And the second thing before we get into the rotation, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Also turn on post notifications and give this video a like. All of that stuff helps out the channel, helps the channel grow, helps me to produce more content. So I really do appreciate you doing all that stuff. Now let's go and jump right into this rotation. Starting off with what I wore on Wednesday, that fragrance was Azzaro Pour Homme Intense. So this one is incredible. It's a nice, warm, sweet, spicy, and slightly boozy scent. This one's perfect for the cold weather. And I do want to mention, if you're interested in this fragrance or any of the other ones in this rotation, they're all going to be linked down below to some of the best prices around, so make sure you check out those links. The Azzaro Pour Homme Intense is awesome though. This one does differentiate itself from the original Azzaro Pour Homme a good amount. This is the newest Azzaro Pour Homme Intense. There's a few different versions out there, but this is the newest one, as you can tell by the bottle being significantly darker than the original Azzaro Pour Homme. So this one has cinnamon, this one has brandy, this one has some other sweeter notes I can't really remember off the top of my head, but it is a sweeter fragrance, whereas the original Azzaro Pour Homme is more fresh, aromatic. It's more of a fougere. This one does take it in more of a warm, sweet direction, but I personally really like it. I think this one is a great scent for the winter time. If you want something that kind of gets you in that similar old school, mature, masculine type of category, but just something that's a little bit more appropriate for winter, a little bit more, appropriate for the cooler weather, smells a little bit more cozy. This one right here, Azzaro Pour Homme Intense, is a great pick, and it's very affordable. This is a really good one. Moving up next, we have Salvatore Ferragamo F Black. So this one is another affordable one, coming in at around $20-25 for 100 ml. Again, there's going to be a link down below. This is one, if you haven't picked this one up, you haven't tried it, highly recommend you do. You really can't go wrong with the scent for the price that it's at. It just smells incredible. Really nice lavender, spicy fragrance. This one is strong. Probably, honestly, one of the strongest fragrances that I own, and that's even including some niche fragrances that are pretty expensive. The fact that this one comes in at like $25 and it's this strong really blows me away, but it is that strong, and it's kind of one of my go-to fragrances for days when it was really cold outside, and that's what it was on Thursday. It was very cold, very brisk. The wind chill was just ridiculous, and honestly, it was just not a very pleasant day to be outside. So that's why I wore this one, because regardless of how cold it is, this one always cuts through the cold, brisk air very well. So Salvatore Ferragamo F Black, went with this one on Thursday. Number of sprays on this one, I went with 3 sprays on Thursday, and what I wore on Wednesday with the Azzaro Pour Homme Intense, I went with 3 sprays as well. Up next, we have Nuit de Noir Argent by Issey Miyake. So this is what I went with on Friday. Number of sprays on this one, I only ended up going with 2 sprays. Typically, I don't have to go with too many for this one because it is relatively strong and it performs pretty good. And also on Friday, I wasn't really going out. I was mostly just hanging out inside doing a lot of work, and I really didn't need strong projection or really good performance for that day. I didn't want to annoy myself with my fragrance, so I went with 2. But this fragrance right here, this is one that I've really been enjoying a lot. More of a recent pickup for me, but it's one that I've fallen in love with ever since. And if you watched my top 10 winter fragrances video, you would see where this one ranked in that video. I don't want to give it away because that video was just released, so maybe not everyone has gotten to see it, but let's just say it did pretty well in that video. Make sure you go check out my top 10 winter fragrances designer list. You're going to see where this one played in that list, and I can tell you it did pretty good. So Nuit de Noir Argent, this one's unique. This one is very unique actually. Really nice, great quality, great performance from it. I love this scent. I think this one's fantastic. It's kind of like a diamond in the rough. There are so many of these Issey Miyake flankers out there, and it's really hard to kind of pick through them all and find the gems, because there are a lot of boring, mainstream, just kind of so-so fragrances, especially a lot of their summer ones, kind of similar to Calvin Klein, all their fragrances. but then every now and then you get a little hidden gem, and this is one of them right here. I get a lot of questions. People ask me if I've tried Pulse of the Night, and unfortunately I haven't. I really want to, because looking at the notes, that one looks like something I would love, but I can't find it anywhere. I don't even think it's on eBay. It's not on any of the discounters. It's sold out. So as soon as it gets in stock somewhere, I'm buying it because I've been itching to try it. I love this scent right here though. Hopefully I'll like Pulse of the Night as well if I can get my hands on it at some point this winter. I'm sure I will at some point. I've just really been itching to try it. This is what I wore on Friday. Issey Miyake Nuit de Say Noir Argent. On Saturday I went with CH Bad Boy. So this is the new release with the very, interesting looking bottle. It's different to say the least. Not sure if I'm the biggest fan, just because it's kind of awkward, having it in your collection, but it's pretty cool, I guess. So Bad Boy, what's this one all about? It's a sweet tonka bean fragrance, but I get just a little bit of like a freshness from it in the dry down, which is kind of interesting, but that's kind of what I'm getting from it so far. Still doing some testing before I get out a review. This is kind of a day that I was testing it. Number of sprays I went with on Saturday for this one was 3, and it seemed to do pretty well. It's not the best performer out there, at least in terms of a lot of the other fragrances that I have for winter, but it didn't do too bad. So 3 sprays for this one on Saturday wasn't too awful. Maybe next time I would go with 1 extra depending on what I'm doing, but what can you do? So Bad Boy kind of was my day of testing for this one. Going to be a full review on this one soon. It's not bad. It's nothing groundbreaking. It's nothing new. I'm not really expecting it to be. It's an alright scent. On Sunday, I went with John Varvatos Nick Jonas Crimson. So I've been really enjoying this fragrance. You've probably been seeing this one pop up in a lot of my videos for good reason. I just love it. I'm super impressed with this fragrance from John Varvatos. I saw the new release out, and at first I wasn't in that much of a hurry to pick it up, but then eventually I'm like, you know what? I know it's probably not going to let me down. I need to try this one. I need to get my nose on it, and I did. And I got to say, I'm super impressed with this fragrance. Again, it hasn't let me down. No John Varvatos fragrance has let me down. Great quality. I get decent performance from this one. It's a unique smell. This one is available at FragranceNet as of right now for a steal of a price, even though it is a new fragrance. So make sure you check it out down below. It will be linked. Grab it at a steal of a price. This one is incredible though. Made it in my winter list as well. So again, if you haven't watched that winter video yet, make sure you go watch it because I got a lot of great fragrances in there. This one is one of them right here. I don't know why it's not focusing. Oh, we almost had it. Anyway, John Varvatos Nick Jonas Crimson. Great fragrance. Again, it's going to be a good winter scent for me. Some may say a little bit too fresh for winter, but for me, I'm still going to wear it probably on more mild winter days when it's not completely freezing, or just on days when I'm mostly indoors, kind of doing my own thing. This is what I'm going to be wearing right here because it is a little bit fruity, but it's got a lot of a sweet undertone as well. So if you're a fan of John Varvatos fragrances and you collect them, or even if you haven't tried any yet, highly recommend you get your nose on this one right here. I think this one's fantastic. Really solid release from them. I haven't tried the blue version of this scent, which I do want to. I just haven't picked it up because we're in winter, and that one's got like sea notes and some more aquatic kind of fresh stuff, so I just haven't picked it up. Probably will at some point though, because I'm assuming it's going to be pretty good like this one is, although I don't know. But Nick Jonas Crimson Red, whatever you want to call it, John Varvatos Nick Jonas Crimson, whatever. Really nice scent, and the number of sprays. I keep forgetting. On Sunday I went with 3 sprays on this one as well, and that did pretty well. On Monday I went with Armani Code Absolute. So again, this is another one that's been showing up a lot on the channel, and I'm sorry guys, I can't help it. It just is that good for me. I love this scent. Really strong performance out of this one. Smells great on skin. This nice sweet vanilla tonka bean fragrance, and you know how I like vanilla in fragrances. I love it. If you didn't know, love vanilla, and this one is really well done. It's an Armani fragrance, so it is a little bit more expensive. Again, FragranceNet does have this one for a good deal, so make sure you check out that link down below if you want to pick it up under retail, which I do highly recommend. Don't recommend paying retail for any fragrance, but it is an Armani fragrance, and it is high quality. It does smell great. Again, great performance like I mentioned. If you're after a nice winter fragrance for this year, highly recommend you check this one out. This one is fantastic right here. Armani Code Absolute. This is a great one. Number of sprays I went with this one was 4 sprays, and that probably was, maybe a little bit too much, maybe 1 spray extra. 3, I would say, would get the job done normally. I just ended up going with 4 just because I felt like it. Guys, I gotta jump in here real quickly and tell you about our new company, Fragrance Match. What we've developed is a subscription service where each month you get 2 5 ml fragrance samples of your choice delivered directly to you. What sets our website apart from the others is the fact that 1, we're cheaper, and 2, we send you 2 fragrances each month instead of only 1. And what's so crazy about this whole deal is the fact that we're offering this for only $9.99 a month. There's no shipping, there's no fees, $9.99 a month, and you're getting 2 high quality designer fragrances of your choice each month. That deal, that's insane. I don't know how we're doing this. In fact, I don't know why we're doing it this cheap. If you want to get in on this deal while you can, go check it out. The first link down below. $9.99 a month for 2 5 ml designer fragrances. Guys, if you haven't signed up yet, seriously, hit that link, go sign up. Thank you guys so much for the support. Let's get back into this video. And finally, on Tuesday, I went with Fragrance One Office for Men. So I was really feeling like wearing this fragrance on Tuesday. It just kind of was calling my name. Not really sure why. Well, actually, I know why. You're going to find out soon. But yeah, I just felt like gravitating towards this fragrance. And I was mostly hanging out inside on Tuesday, kind of doing my own thing anyway. Wasn't going out where it was cold. Had a lot of work to do. So I kind of wanted to pick me up like a strong, fresh fragrance that would kind of give me a little boost. This one did the job pretty well. It's very strong. It kind of really hits your nose like that. It's just strong in your face. That's just kind of what I went with on Tuesday. Would I normally wear this fragrance in the winter? No, I wouldn't. I mean, you probably could wear it year-round, but typically it's not really suited for that. But again, since I was inside, I was doing my own thing, I just felt like spraying this one on and wearing it, and I did enjoy it. I did do an updated review on this fragrance, which you can check out on the channel. I have come around to it. I appreciate it more now than I did in the beginning, and yeah, I don't think it's bad. Office for Men, wore this on Tuesday. Number of sprays, I only went with 2. It's really all I need. So guys, that's it for this video. That is my weekly fragrance rotation. Again, let me know down in the comments which fragrances you've been wearing the past week. And I think that's going to do it for me, guys. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe down below. Hit that like button. And I'm going to see you tomorrow night with another video. Take care.